So Joe Biden finally sat down to do an interview. Yes, he was actually able to form a coherent sentence this time. And he was asked, what would you do if Medicare for All landed on your desk? Would you sign it? Take a look at his response, and then I have so much to say about this.
Let's assume, and I've asked other candidates this kind of question, veto question. Let's flash forward. Your president, Bernie Sanders, is still active in the Senate. He manages to get Medicare for All through the Senate in some compromised version, the Elizabeth Warren version or other version. Nancy Pelosi gets a version of it through the House of Representatives. It comes to your desk. Do you veto it?
I would veto anything that delays providing the security and the certainty of health care being available now. If they got that through and by some miracle, there was an epiphany that occurred, and some miracle occurred that said, okay, it's passed, then you got to look at the cost. I want to know, how did they find the $35 trillion? What is that doing? Is it going to significantly raise taxes on the middle class, which it will? What's going to happen? Look, my opposition isn't to the principle that you should have Medicare. I mean, everybody, health care should be a right in America. My opposition relates to whether or not, A, it's doable, two, what the cost is, and what the consequences for the rest of the budget are. How are you going to find $35 trillion over the next 10 years without having profound impacts on everything from taxes for middle class and working class people, as well as the impact on the rest of the budget?
What you guys heard the question. He told them it's already been passed through Congress. It's already been passed through the Senate. The goddamn thing is on your desk. And he's like, well, you know, how are we going to pay for it? And I don't know, man, the budget. Wait, you think Congress and the Senate didn't think of that? That work has already been done. You don't have to do that. The work has already been done. They've calculated how to pay for it. It's already gone through both houses. We're talking a hypothetical here. No, he still won't sign it. You know why? Because it's bad for his donors. That's the answer. There is no other answer. Joe Biden represents corporations. Joe Biden takes money from the healthcare industry. He can't give you Medicare for all. He can't do it. He won't do it. Let's back up here a second. This entire video, what Joe Biden is telling you here, even if you want to assume that, he's not beholden to his corporate donors, what he's telling you here is that I care more about money than people's lives. He's telling you I care more about the budget, than the 50,000 people that die every year because they don't have health care, than the 500,000 people who go bankrupt every year because of medical bills, the 44 million plus who are under or uninsured. That's what he's telling you. He's telling you, I care more about money than Americans' lives. I don't care that they don't have health care. That's what he's telling you. In this clip, in this 30-second clip, Joe Biden has shown you more fiscal responsibility than he ever did when he was planning the war with Iraq, than when he was planning the crime bill. Isn't that astonishing? This is the reality here. Whenever there's something to help out working class people or poor people, the budget, I don't know if we can pay for it, man. But when it comes to wars, when it comes to tax cuts, when it comes to gutting Social Security, let's fucking do it, man. That's Joe Biden. Then Joe Biden is your friend. Just like he said, I wanted to prostitute myself to the corporations. That's what he told you. This is the reality. This is the late stage capitalism reality that we are faced with here. Whenever it comes to helping people, whenever it comes to social programs, whenever it comes to the common good, we don't have the money. I'm sorry. But when it comes to war, when it comes to money for drones, overthrowing Gaddafi, when it comes to overthrowing Assad, when it comes to drone strikes in Somalia, when it comes to bailing out Wall Street, bombing the crap out of Iraq, when it comes to regime change, we always got the money. Always, baby. Don't even trip, man. Of course we got it. I reiterate, Joe Biden has shown you more fiscal responsibility in that 30-second clip on why he wants to deny poor people health care than he has ever shown when it came to pushing for the war in Iraq, or pushing for the crime bill, or giving Wall Street bailouts after they screwed the economy. That's who he is. He's just told you that even if everyone in the government, the entire government, the Congress and the Senate want to give you universal health care, he's going to deny to you. I mean, how can you possibly vote for this man? That's what it comes down to, man. Corporate donors, fiscal responsibility, money over your lives. Always. Your lives don't mean shit to Joe Biden and his corporate donors. He does not give a fuck. He doesn't care about your health, about your life. Now, you have some people on Twitter, including other progressive channels like Kyle Kalinske, like Mike Figueredo, saying that if Joe Biden is the nominee, they're not going to vote for him. Take a look. This is what Kyle said. He said, Medicare for all is one of my top issues. My dad would probably be alive if we had it. If you want my vote, you have to earn it. Corporate Dems are so persistent in telling me to fuck off, so I will. Even if Biden gets the nomination, I won't vote for him. And then Mike says, I'm with Kyle Kalinske on this. I absolutely will not vote for Joe Biden if he's the nominee. And I don't care how much MSNBC brain shit libs cry about it. No Medicare for all, no vote. Fuck the Democratic Party. Amen. Thank you. Now, I'm not American, so I don't buy into the whole party politics. I don't buy into this blind allegiance to the Democratic Party. And believe me, if I was American, no way in hell I would vote for Joe Biden. Not happening. Not in a million years. They're trying to whip you. They're trying to make you fall in line and tell you that, oh, it's vote blue no matter who. Oh, it's the party first. The fuck is this, 1984? No, it's policy first. Not party allegiance, not identity politics. It's policy first. You're supposed to represent me, motherfucker, not the other way around, not the corporations. You work for me. You either give me what I want, you either give me universal health care, or you can go fuck yourself. Get that through your fucking head. People have become so complacent to the power structure. They've forgotten what the government is supposed to do. They've forgotten that they're supposed to represent you. They work for you. They're supposed to give you what you want. You're fucking paying for it already with your tax dollars. So screw this party allegiance, screw the Democratic Party, and screw Joe Biden. If Joe Biden is the nominee, you don't owe him your vote. You don't owe the Democratic Party your vote. Matter of fact, scores of people who became involved in the political process, thanks to Bernie Sanders, are not Democrats. They're independents. The only reason that they joined the Democratic Party is to vote Bernie Sanders. They leave the voting booth, and then they also leave the Democratic Party. They're not interested in being part of this corrupt establishment that is one in one with the Republican Party and representing corporations. As we've seen in poll after poll, the most important issue on Americans' minds is healthcare. Why should they vote for you if you're not going to give them that? People are literally dying. They are sick and tired of this corrupt system, and they need change. Joe Biden told his donors, he told everyone, nothing would fundamentally change. If the Democratic nominee is not offering you universal health care, not to mention scores of other issues where we need reform, you have no reason to vote for them. And once again, just like on many other issues, Joe Biden shows you that he is the white moderate that Martin Luther King warned us about. He claims that, yes, he supports healthcare as a right for every American. He wants everyone to have healthcare. Yet he is opposed to how we get there, right? He's worried about the budget. He's worried if we can pay for it. This is the embodiment of what Martin Luther King warned us about, where the white moderate says, quote, I agree with you in the goal you seek, but I cannot agree with your methods of direct action. And this is the exact same thing on racial equality, on the criminal justice system, on any kind of reform. In theory, Joe Biden supports people in their goals. He wants to help everyone. But when it comes to actually getting things done, when it actually comes to changing the system and implementing reform, he's not there. He doesn't want to implement systemic reform because he is the system. What is that quote by Maya Angelou? When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Joe Biden just showed you who he is. This guy doesn't care about your healthcare. This guy doesn't care about your quality of life. He doesn't give a crap. We already knew this, but it's unreal that even in a hypothetical, he's not lying. He's just straight up telling you, like, yeah, even if the entire government gets this passed, I'm still not signing it because fuck you. All right, well, fuck you too then. No one's voting for you.